Wabash Communications.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Riverview Stadium for continuing coverage of the IHSA Class 3A State Football Tournament. Today, a second-round game between the Raiders of Quincy Notre Dame and the Mount Carmel Golden Aces. The Aces are 9-1. Notre Dame is 8-2. I'm Scott Allen. Rick Johnston is here with me. Coach, you've had a chance to visit with the Raiders coach. This guy is ready, isn't he?
Well, yeah. Shouldn't these guys be the Crusaders or instead of the Raiders? Or I mean, you'd think that, wouldn't you? Been Notre Dame. But yeah, Coach Cannell is very excited. He thinks they've got a great chance to come in and win. And you know, we'll find out here in a minute. Scott, this ought to be a good one. They've got a very potent running game if their fullback is healthy. Their passing game's a little suspect. They haven't been able to pass the ball very well this year, so we'll see how that plays out as well today.
Boy, how'd you like to be Breeze Mater Day, an extra point away from advancing on to the playoffs? Notre Dame has a little bit of fortune. They missed that extra point, dragged into a second overtime, and then the Raiders won.
Well, it certainly was. We were able to watch that this week during lunchtime and some different times back in the coach's office. It was on. I don't know why, but it was on. And, yeah, it was just a great game. And they've had some close nail-biters this year, Scott. They were beaten in overtime. They won two games in overtime, one in double overtime. So they've been in some close games. They know how to win some close games. So it'll be interesting to see how today how our kids respond.
We've got some injury problems. I mean, we're boogered, I think, as Coach John Hart likes to say. But it looks like just about everybody's going to go, with the obvious exception of Danny Underwood.
Well, that's probably true. And filling Danny Underwood's shoes has been tough. They've tried to rotate three different people in there, and those three guys will fill that spot. So our defense has been the calling card of this team all year long, and we don't expect that defense to bend it all today an inch.
Well, we will get a look at the Aces defense first. The Aces have deferred. They won the coin toss. They've elected to play defense. And we have the opening kickoff of Quincy Notre Dame and Mount Carmel, second round of the 3A playoffs coming up.
Hairport is your exclusive full-service Goldwell salon. We use and recommend Goldwell products, providing intelligent care for hair. Our expert hairstylists can style your hair any way you want or make suggestions as to what look works best for you. Permanents, highlights, coloring, Goldwell has over 64 natural and fashion tones to choose from. Enjoy our Goldwell products at home or slip into comfort with body care products from Repassage. The Hairport is the area's finest full-service beauty salon. Call 262-8862 today. That's 262-8862.
Robert Walter Furniture Company has some great deals on quality name brand furnishings. Bob has just returned from market and is having a store-wide clearance sale to make room for new furniture, which will be arriving soon. Stop in and check out the market specials. New dining room suites, bedroom suites, and lamps are just a few examples of the new merchandise which will be arriving soon at Robert Walter Furniture Company. Robert Walter Furniture Company, 524 Market Street, serving Wabash County since 1868 with brand name furniture at low prices.
On in just a moment. Aces will be kicking from our left to our right as you visualize, and here is Robinson's boot. He's been kicking it well lately. Brown circles under it to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, middle of the field, 25, and brought down around the 27-yard line. A return of around 17, and that's where the Crusade, I almost picked up your name. The Raiders of Quincy Notre Dame take over. They are led by Brandon Brown, the 5'10", 160-pound running back, number 4 in New Jersey, has almost 1,300 yards to his credit. The quarterback is DJ Venverlo, 5'10", 160, a quarterback. We're really going to keep an eye on Brett Miller, the 6', 190-pounder, who also gets the ball quite a bit. Venverlo, he calls the signals, hands off. Brown over the right side, gets across the 30 to the 31 on the first play of the day. A gain of 4 by the big standout of the Quincy Notre Dame ball club. Second down and 7.
Well, again, you're going to see here in the first drive, Scott, off both teams, that line of scrimmage that we talked about. It's going to be line push. It's going to be technique. It's going to be a lot of footwork. So we're going with our quick lineup with Acree and Josh Mortland in there at 3 and 5.
A wing to the left side for the quarterback as he hands off, and there's the guy swarmed under, loss on the play back at the 27-yard line, and that was Miller on his first carry. The Aces dragged him down for a loss. Kirkman on defense.
Well, he just came flying from that free safety spot, took on the blocker. The blocker didn't get anywhere with it, and down goes the ball carrier.
So Brett Miller stuffed for a loss in his first carry of the day. He did not play last week in the 18-12 double overtime win over Breeze Mater Day because of an ankle. And he is less than 100% today. Now it's third down. DJ Venverlo sets his club down with 2 backs and hands off. There's Brown trying to get outside of the right side. He's brought down across the 30 and around the 31. Isle and Kirkman getting up off the pile for the Aces, and it'll be 4th down, and Quincy's going to give it up. 4th and 6. Gain of 3 by the ball carrier. Back to do the punting will be Clayton McLaughlin. 5'9", 165, a junior. Deep for the Aces, Luke Drone and Jake Howard standing just inside their 40. So the Aces stop Notre Dame on its first possession, and there's an easy punt for McLaughlin. Fielded by Drone at the 36-40, and is run into it around the 44. Flag flies late. Almost the space you'd see a flag on the offense, and that's what they've signaled on the return of clip. Of course, the way the flag came in so late, it could have been a face mask, but it was against the Aces for the clip on the return, and it came late, so the Aces had the return up to the 44. They're going to start further back than that. And we are underway. The winner of this game faces the winner of the Anna Jonesboro-Leroy game being played in Central Illinois.
Can you say Anna Jonesboro?
It's tough to imagine a former Southwest Egyptian team, now a river-to-river team, going down at home. Now 1st and 10, backs in the bone for Jeff Tarleton. He hands off. Crumley gets the call. That's Kirkman on the call. 1st down carry for the halfback across the 30 to around the 33. And a gain of about 7. And man alive, Crumley got hurt. I think he's trying to walk it off. He got stung a little bit with a helmet right on his knee on the first carry, but he's walking it off. 2nd and 7 after the gain by Kirkman. Now Crumley sets it down.
Full bone.
And the Aces have Adams and also Kirkman. Tarleton on the keeper to the 35. Nice wrap-up by Clayton McLaughlin at around the 39-yard line. Still shy of the 1st down, but only by a yard. Is Tarleton. Good clean tackling by the Notre Dame junior.
Well, I'll tell you what, against this wishbone and against the option, you're going to try to take 2 things away, and they're going to take Adams out of the game here.
3rd and 1. The up back is Crumley. Adams and Kirkman behind. Everybody pulled in. Tarleton hands off to the up back. Crumley off left side. 1st down. Plowing over the 40 to the 44-yard line, a gain of 5. Crumley coming off a very solid outing, one of his best of the year last week in the game against Pena. You heard John Hart before the game saying this could be another Crumley-type game. You need this in the playoffs.
Well, again, we're going no huddle, which hopefully the conditioning will play a part late in the game.
Now Grant in for Kirkman. There's Tarleton. Hands off. The up back is Crumley over the left side, over left guard to around midfield. Shy of that mark to the 49. Give him 5. And it'll be 2nd down from there for the Aces. And again, a no huddle with Grant staying in the backfield with Adams and Crumley. Adams held to 50 yards last week. Now an official's timeout. We've got a helmet that's come off and needs to be reaffixed by the right side of the line, one of the linemen of Quincy Notre Dame.
You'll probably see that a lot today.
A lot of helmets being torn off perhaps in a game like this. Big hole, right side, 1st down run inside the 45 of Quincy, and the first jaunt of the day for John Adams. And a 1st down carry of 8 yards. But now the Aces will line it up with a 43, and they've looked powerful on their first 3 or 4 rushing plays here tonight. Backs stay in the ball, and everybody pulled in. And now Kirkman joins the backfield. He gets the handoff, almost knocked down right as he got the ball. Managed to turn it into a gain of about 3 to the 40-yard line. Nice play by Kirkman to get that much out of it. 2nd down.
Gain of 2 yards on the play.
2nd and 3, line of scrimmage now, the Notre Dame 40.
Well, Morris, Woods, and Snarry on that strong right side.
Epler the center tonight. There's a handoff. Ball carrier Crumley wrapped up and dropped. He did get a yard or 2. The stop made by Patrick Kistner, 180-pound senior.
Kistner on the tackle.
Give him a gain of another 1. 3rd and long 6. Line of scrimmage is the Quincy 39.
Johnston Morgan and Aaron Aker on the left side.
And with a double tight end set, Tarleton hands off. Ball carrier plows over the right side. Not much of a gain for Crumley. It'll be 4th down from the 37, just inside that mark. Another gain of 2. Brings up 4th and 5. Aces go without a huddle again. Tarleton gets the play. Now barks it out while the Aces stand around waiting. Now he comes under center, backs in the bone. Everybody roaring. Quincy doing a lot of stunning. And there's a handoff. Ball carrier Adams near the marker, may have it. Right inside the 33 to the 32. Adams falling forward perhaps for the 1st down. for the Aces. It looks good from here.
They're going to measure.
They're going to measure. So how'd you like your trip up in the big levee lift there?
I tell you what, sometimes I say things. I didn't tell my wife I was doing that either.
You know, I bungee jumped.
My insurance is paid up.
I was going to say, I bungee jumped from that high up. Holy, then you're scared enough up there. Now you got to jump out of that thing? What is this deal with bungee jumping?
Well, I tell you what, you get up there, and the wind gets you rolling a little bit. Last week they really had wind problems up there.
1st and 10, the measurement proved successful for the Aces. The chains are moved. It's 1st and 10 for Mount Carmel from the Notre Dame 32.
Well, we're seeing who's winning that line, control of the line of scrimmage, aren't we?
Double tight. And out of the bone, handoff. Kirkman follows Acree and others to the left side and dives inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They're all tough yards for the Aces, but they are all positive yards for the Aces here in the early going. A gain of 3, call it maybe 4, 2nd down from there. No score, we're underway, 6:49 to go, first period, Aces on their first drive. Now Grant back into the game. Along with Adams, they're both wings. Crumley, the lone setback behind Tarleton on 2nd and 6, man in motion. There's Tarleton, hands off Crumley. Big hole right side, inside the 25, down to the 24, close to the marker. Close to the marker. It'll be 3rd and very short for MCHS now. 3rd and 1.
Wideman on the tackle for the Raiders.
Again, the same set. Brewer wide to the left side, double wings. And now man in motion, Adams. He gets the call, counter back to the right side. He stood up, bounces off inside the 20. First down of the Notre Dame 19-yard line. A gain of 6 by Adams, and the Aces drive continues.
Well, it's just set it up, set it up, set it up. 3rd down, give it to Adams, huh? Boy, it's double tight line. We're firing off the ball pretty well here. Now we flip the strong and a weak side of the line here. I should say quick side of the line.
And Brewer sets to the right side, still double wings with Crumley right behind Tarleton. It's Kirkman and Adams on the wing. 1st and 10 from the 19. Now man in motion, Adams, and there's Tarleton optioning right. Dives in between and gets a couple of yards out of that. Luckily, he made the move he did just to get that many to the 27. Give Tarleton 2, call it 3, 2nd and 7. They set the ball down at the Notre Dame 16-yard line. The Aces' first drive, it continues. Brewer checks out wide to the right side. And we have 2 wings now. The officials throw a flag. Did somebody set up offside? Or is there an equipment? They're going to talk it over. It's going to cost the Aces 5 yards.
Penalty is offsides, Aces.
Did we have a tight end line up a little bit off the line on the right side? You think we may have caught that a little bit? Did we expose the tackle over there on the right side? I don't know. But we had done some shifting before that play. Looked like we had somebody off the line a little bit, but I'm not sure. Now 2nd down, and here is the call on 2nd and 11 after the infraction. Tarleton's back to throw, fires out of the backfield. Crumley's got it right side, tiptoeing to the 5, and he's out of bounds. He made it to the end zone, but they're going to mark him out of bounds inside the 10 at about the 9-yard line. Very close to the marker. They may give him the first down. No, they don't. It is 3rd and 1. I thought I saw an official crank his hand forward, but it's 3rd and 1, a 10-yard pass play from Tarleton to Crumley. Now Morris joins the backfield, along with Crumley and Adams. And there's the hand up to Big John, right side. And he dives forward to about the 8, a yard or so. Is he close enough for the first down? It's going to be close. Doesn't look like he did. And let's see what the officials think. It'll be 4th down if he didn't make it.
First down.
First down and goal now for the Aces. They just eyeballed it. He made it by that much. So now the Aces line it up 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Morris, Crumley, and Adams behind Tarleton. Tarleton keeps himself and tries to push over the right side. Now he's pushed back to the left, and he gets all the way to the 5. Gaining of about 3 on the carry by the quarterback. And it will be 2nd and goal from there. Tarleton just pushing behind the right side of that line. Picked up about 3. Now he sets the club down. Same set. Everybody in. Now Crumley in motion. 2 setbacks. And there's the handoff to Adams over the right side. Inside the 4 to around the 3 goes John Adams. Morris couldn't quite get over there soon enough to lead the way. Schnarry, though, a tight end did. He was a good blocker on that one. And it is third down now, and goal. Aces at the 2.5.
Watch John Adams here.
Here is Tarleton, sets the club down. And hands up, and he keeps himself, turns it over, got it! Touchdown! He turned it over on the right side of the line and turned up and got in for the touchdown. And the Aces lead 6-0 on a methodical opening drive here.
Wow.
That was sweet.
I mean, a drive that included 5 first downs, Scott. 5 first downs.
That was punishing in the way it was so methodical. Now Howard will hold for Luke Drone. Here comes the snap. It is down, and the kick is flailing off to the left. It's no good. It was partially blocked, and that ends the second long run by Tracy Robinson of conversions this year. But the Aces had the lead early on here on a very well put together drive. Marched right down the field. Aces lead Quincy Notre Dame 6-0.
Dear Shell, my name is Ann Cochran, and I have an idea. Give away free gas as a way of thanking loyal customers. I mean, loyalty should count for something, right? Every month we get free gas. What do you think?
Let it roll down the highway.
Oh,
Let it roll.
that was my second idea.
Roll, roll, roll.
Too many life insurance policies are pre-fitted, pre-sized, pre-fabricated. Why try to fit into a policy like this when you can find a plan that fits you? Celestial Life from Pekin Insurance is tailored to suit your needs. You determine your premiums, benefits, and level of coverage. Celestial Life from Pekin Insurance. Life insurance that fits.
Contact your Pekin Insurance agent, Mike Harris, at Harris Insurance Agency at their new location, 231 North Mulberry, 262-7735. One of
Survives a scare on the kickoff. Jason Venverlo had the ball go out of bounds, out of his hands, but Quincy has it after the kickoff return. 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Take over on their own 25.
Aces lead 7-0 as Brad Seaton notably points out the first touchdown against these guys in 26 years, huh? Boy.
And we doubled their output.
Yeah, we only had 3 last time we played them. First time we scored a touchdown in 2 games against these guys. And yet we're 1-0 against them. Now a timeout called by QND. And we'll take a 30-second break here, and we'll be back to the stadium in just a moment. The Aces went 71 yards in 18 plays, covering 8 minutes. Tarleton's 3-yard run puts Mount Carmel ahead 6-0.
When a coach builds a winning football team, he uses quality players. When local contractors start a job, they depend on Mount Carmel Sand and Gravel for quality concrete ready mix. Mount Carmel Sand and Gravel is the only area concrete producer certified by the National Ready Mix Association. Local industry like the power plant and Toyota have come to depend on Mount Carmel Sand and Gravel for quality ready mix concrete. It's the most concrete idea in town. Mount Carmel Sand and Gravel says, "Go Aces!"
They say to have
Work. And he hands off. Brown gallops over right side. A little bigger hole that time, but not much, to the 29. Adams getting up off the pile for the Aces. Gain by Brown of, call it 4, 2nd down. Brown has 1,292 yards. Adams has 1,312 yards for the Aces, so those 2 stats from those 2 leaders are virtually identical. 2nd down and 6.
Well, this kid has a habit of if he can take 4 or 5 steps, then he gets ahead of steam and he'll finish a run. If you contain him before he gets there, then he kind of tiptoes around a little bit.
Miller in the backfield with Brown. Venverlo sends McLaughlin in motion to the left side and has a long count on 2nd down. Hands off. Brown gets outside. He's jersey tackled, now stood up. He falls forward across the 30 to the 31. Brown would refuse to be brought down, but he is still well shy of the marker. 3rd and about 3 to 3rd and 4 for Quincy. You can see Brett Miller, even in the backfield, kind of stretching himself a little bit, stands up, reaches behind. You can see him grab his down below towards his ankle. Now checking out wide to the right side is Tyler Dushinsky. 6'4", 180. And the backs are in, the offset eye, and there's a quarterback back to throw. Look, and there's Dushinsky, reaches up, grabs it. Howard puts the tag right on him, but it's a first down catch over the 35 and the 38-yard line. The big 6'4" wideout gives Quincy Notre Dame a first down. Must Jake Howard play every week against a guy a foot taller? He is something, isn't he?
I'm telling you, I told you last week, in basketball, we're going to play him inside. He's a big. He can defend in there.
Now, that one worked out for them, but I tell you what, Howard can play the tall receivers with the best of them. It's 1st and 10 now for the Raiders of Quincy Notre Dame. Line of scrimmage, their own 39. Backs in the deuce. One receiver. Actually, they're splitting. There's a little turnout pass caught by V. Newen, and he gets forward to around a 50th first down. He made the catch and then made the yards for the first down. First catch of the day by V. Newen, a 5'7", 150-pound junior. First down for the Raiders at the 49. They went to the air that time for the first down.
1st and 10 for Quincy.
DJ Venverlo.
At their own 49-yard line.
I've got his passing stats around here somewhere. Doesn't have much, 500 yards or so in the air, right? Roughly that. He has a receiver to the left, a flanker to the right, backs in the deuce. Now McLaughlin goes in, comes out, looks like a motion on the Notre Dame Raiders. 529 yards in the air.
Only 37 receptions all year.
All year long.
So that's less than 4 games.
Yeah. And they've already got a couple here. But it's playoff time, and you have to have that plan B. How many years have we always talk about that? Last week, our plan B was in our own backfield. They stopped John Adams a little bit, painted in, and it was Kirkman and Crumley who responded. Now, after the penalty, 1st and 15, backs are in the deuce. Receiver left, flanker right. McLaughlin in motion now to the left side, and Venverlo hands off. Baker pounds over the left side. He's tripped up and brought down. It was Kirkman. No, it was Conrad who made the trip up from linebacker, along with Kirkman. And that is at the 47. Conrad led the Aces in tackles last week against Painter with 9.
I'll tell you what, watch our defensive end. Ryan Peach that time was 3 yards outside the offensive tackle, and there was just a gaping hole, and that's exactly where they were trying to run. They're right in front of Mark Crumley, as you see it right here. They're walking Conrad up right over top of the center.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 12. McLaughlin in motion. Receiver outside. Venverlo drops the ball, and we've got it back. Venverlo pulled out. Conrad picked up the ball. The Aces have it at the 45. An unforced error on the Raiders as the quarterback pulled out and dropped the ball, and Conrad fell on it. And the Aces have it at the Quincy 45.
He just pulled out of center. You hit it right in the head, Scott. Started his 4-step drop, and on the first step, he had to come back for the ball. And turnovers are going to be a big key. Last week they had, I think the ball was on the ground 3 or 4 straight possessions back and forth between Breeze and these guys.
So now the Aces line it up 1st and 10. Brewer checks out wide to the right side. 2 wings, 1 setback Crumley, and there's Kirkman countering back to the left side with a handoff. He gets inside the 45 to around the 42-yard line. Nice first down pickup by number 39 of the Aces. Gain of 4, 2nd down. This tail end of the first period, 18 seconds to go on the frame. 1 play left. Now Tarleton looks over, sets the club down. It's Adams and Kirkman the wings. Crumley the setback, Kirkman in motion. And there's Tarleton handing off, pounding left side. That is Crumley inside the 40 to around the 39, short of the mark though. For the first down, it'll be 3rd down when we begin the 2nd quarter. We played 1 frame here at Riverview Stadium. Round 2 of the IHSA Class 3A playoffs. And the Aces lead Quincy Notre Dame. The score 6-0.
Show me the money. This is Rodney Bishop of Bishop Motors inviting you to stop by and check out our fine selection of used cars, trucks, and vans.
You'll find quality program vehicles from major manufacturers at Bishop Motors, plus vehicles as low as $24.95. Our quality selection and prices can't be beat.
Show me the money.
Remember to show him the green because Rodney needs the money. Stop by and see Rodney today at Bishop Motors, Highway 15, west of the intersection of 9th and Poplar in Mount Carmel.
Show me the money.
While the Golden Aces offensive line is well known for protecting the quarterback, the Apothecary Shop is well known for protecting local residents from illness and injuries. Ann Henning and her professional staff take the time and care needed when it comes to your prescription and over-the-counter medications. And if you're sacked and unable to get out, the Apothecary Shop has free citywide delivery. Or if you're running the hurry-up offense, there's always the Apothecary Shop's drive-up window. Easy in, easy out. The Apothecary Shop. Call 263-3838 or stop by at 217 East 9th Street.
Two wings, one setback now. Adams in motion. He gets the call back over the right side, pounds his way inside the 35. First down to the 32, and now a very late flag down.
Got to be piling on.
A very late flag.
Face mask.
Yeah, that would be the perfect spot for that. Is that what they've called?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the prelim, and it looks like that means we'll tack on some yards here.
Well, this officiating crew is from out northwest, wherever. I think the least amount of experience these guys have is like 37 years is the least amount of experience for one guy. They've been around a while.
Well, the infraction goes against the Raiders. So the chunk by Adams, and then the penalty walk-off puts the ball all the way inside the Quincy 20.
Big penalty.
Down to the 17-yard line. The Aces have it 1st and 10 from there. Brewer checks out wide to the left side. Two wings, setback is Crumley. And there's Tarleton, hands off. Big man powers his way. Still going inside the 10 to the 5. What a run! Crumley, one of his best runs of the year. A first down of 2nd and 3rd effort all the way to the 4-yard line. What a run.
That was what a fullback ought to be running like. That's a big-time run there.
The 12-yard run sets the Aces up 1st and 10 from the Quincy 4. Tarleton sets the club down. We're back in the bone. Morris is in the backfield. And there is Tarleton optioning himself. He is knocked down as he tries to get outside. Good tackle by McLaughlin back near the line of scrimmage at the 4. 2nd and goal. That McLaughlin, a good little tackler. We've seen him make a couple crisp tackles so far today.
And Jim Payne over there, and that stick didn't move an inch, did he?
2nd down. Tarleton sets the club down. And hands off. Ball carrier is stood up, gets inside to around the 2. On the carry, Kirkman. Tyler Kirkman on the carry for 2, 3rd and goal.
Aaron Morris, the ball carrier on that last play for the Aces.
Now it's 3rd and goal. Tarleton sets the club down. Aces bidding for their 2nd score. 2 yards away. Handoff, ball carrier, not enough there. That's Morris trying to get in. Morris got the call. He was stood up, moved to his right, and almost got in. Give him one. The big guy almost got a touchdown. But now it is 4th and goal from the 1. 4th and goal. The Aces, of course, will go for it from here. Everybody pulled in. It's Adams. It's Crumley. It's Morris in the backfield. And there's the handoff. Ball carrier, touchdown. Aces pounded in over the right side. John Adams. And Mount Carmel leads 12-0. They took advantage of the QND fumble and have scored for the 2nd time today. Adams from 1 yard out with 10:20 to go in the 2nd period. It is 12-0. Howard counts the players on the field. He's right. He's raring to go. He'll hold for Tracy Robinson, who'll try to get another string going. Here's the snap. Ball down. Oh, and fake. A shuffle pass inside, but it didn't go anywhere. Grant was in there. He hovered behind the line, took the shovel pass, and Jacob Moss wrapped him right up. So we fail on the 2-point conversion and are left with a 12-0 lead now. Aces with the advantage here. We're back to the stadium right after this.
For local news and advertising, subscribe to the Mount Carmel Register. There's something for everyone in the pages of the Register. Local news, school happenings, governmental issues, entertainment opportunities, sports, classified ads, and human interest stories. Turn to Wabash County's daily newspaper, The Register. To subscribe, call 262-5144 and read highlights of this game from sports editor Bob Livingston and see photos in the next issue of The Register. To subscribe, call 262-5144. Wabash County's daily newspaper is The Register.
Locked on and tracking.
They found me!
They don't have to obey the law.
Time to boot up and be brilliant.
LAPD will be able to do all of this in about 10 years.
They just have to enforce it.
This guy's behind half the crime in the United States.
Everything is for sale on the internet, including you.
This fall, DD goes to the next level.
This changes everything.
MurderIncorporated.com.
Level 9. Access granted October 2000 on UPN.
The kick taken by McLaughlin. 30-30. Uh-oh, he's breaking away. Clayton McLaughlin almost broke it on the kickoff return for Notre Dame. For a moment, there was a big hole for him, but the Aces recovered and wrapped him up, but not before he gets to the 49. A big return for the Raiders. And they're in great shape. However, Mount Carmel is in better shape on the scoreboard. They lead 12-0.
Well, if you are fans, you want to watch a lineman play. Watch number 63 in white. The kid is a two-way player, and he's not too bad. He can block.
Dushinsky checks out wide to the right. Flanker to the left, backs in the deuce for Venverlo. And he hands off. There's Miller, tripped up, brought down. Maybe a loss on the play. Conrad wraps him up, but it perhaps was Storkman on the primary. No gain on the play by Miller, second down. Maybe a loss. Right back to the line. We'll call it 2nd and 10 now. Line of scrimmage is the 48. Here comes Jason Venverlo into the game.
And this Miller kid is just not himself. You can tell that. I want 2 carries for minus 2 yards so far.
Brett Miller, 6 foot 190. DJ Venverlo, the quarterback. Jason Venverlo, wide out to the right side, backs from the eye with a wing to the left, and there is a play-action fake. DJ Venverlo rolls to the right. He's going to keep all the way to the 45, and he's rolled inside there by Drone, who makes the stop for Mount Carmel to the 42-yard line. He may have enough for the first down. It's going to be close.
Looks like he does have the first down.
By a good yard, as it turns out, on the placement. So a gain of 11, first down for Notre Dame at the Aces 41.
And I tell you, they use that play action very well, Scott. This tailback, you got to really respect. He's going to get the ball 2/3 of the time, and when you do run that play action, this kid is dangerous as a rollout quarterback.
Historically, most teams play action out of the deuce set, not out of the eye, but that's what they did right there. Now they're back in the deuce. Notre Dame is with a slot to the left side, and Venverlo hands off. Ball carrier trying to pound his way. Miller does. Inside the 40 to the 39. Adams down there to help bring him down. And I think Bates also had a primary hit on him. Gain of 3, second down.
He ran pretty hard there, didn't he?
Yeah. Second down and 7 for Quincy Notre Dame.
2nd and 7.
Line of scrimmage now, the Aces 38. The winner faces either Anna Jonesboro or Leroy next week.
Can you say Anna Jonesboro?
There's a wide receiver to the left side. McLaughlin now in motion to the right. Backs in the deuce. There's the quarterback backing up. He hits Dushinsky, who drops the ball. It was right on him, and he dropped the ball over the flats at around the 35-yard line. Incomplete, second down.
Well, I tell you, we've made a decision that we're going to play deep and nobody's going to get behind us and make him go the length of the field. We're giving him that underneath route big time. And that time he heard footsteps, I think. He thought he just heard Jake Howard bearing down on him. He thought, hey, I don't want that 6'5", 230-pound corner to just smack me like that.
Howard, of course, leads the Aces with 4 interceptions. Now the officials stop the clock, and they haven't yet done that. Now they still haven't gotten the clock stopped. And it isn't stopping, and the officials are still. The switch is oh, that'll be fun. The switch may have gone bad. The clock is still running. Now it's finally stopped. So probably it's about 7:49, somewhere around there. But the switch apparently kind of malfunctioned on the clock. And it didn't stop for about 15 seconds after they whistled it. So it should be about 7:49 or so.
Well, Tim Walks had to pull the plug on the handheld switch on it.
Oh, wow, 7:54. I don't know, guys. Are they going to have to keep the clock? Are they going to attempt to keep it on the scoreboard? Or are they going to have to go to the watch?
Well, he can go straight to his clock on the main panel itself. Instead of the handheld switch, he can just go off the main clock.
Okay, they're going to go to 7:54. So the officials will converge. So they want their crew to know exactly what's going on with the scoreboard in case it would act up again. It will be third down. That is the corrected down. Third down after the incomplete pass, and about 7 to go for the Raiders. Line of scrimmage, the Aces 39-yard line. Thanks for listening today all around the world at WSJD.com. You can also email us with your comments, WSJD@Midwest.net. Wing to the right, receiver left, backs in the offset. Miller steps up. Now McLaughlin in motion. Boy, is that motion on them? And here is the quarterback. A swing out for Brown. He's catching. He's got a first down to the 30, 25, 20. Banged out of bounds by Drone around the 15-yard line. What a tackle by Luke Drone. But a first down and a big play for the Raiders. Were they just guilty of motion?
No. He came in motion and came back. That's just.
But 20 stepped up. Did he move?
Didn't see it.
Yeah, he took a step forward. So were they guilty of motion? I think they let him get away with it.
For the Raiders at the Aces, 18-yard.
Nice little swing pass out of the backfield. The tailback just runs to the flat, and linebacker was stepped up in Crumley that time. He ran for a lot of green that time.
20-yard pass play. After the swing out pass to Brown, now Venverlo calls, and there's the pitch. Brown swings it to the right side now on the run. He's got some room to the 15, down near the 10, still moving forward, and inside that mark to around the 8. He got away from Howard, who made a pretty good tackle on him, but he stepped out of it and got a couple more down to the Aces 7.
Brown again, the ball carrier for Quincy. Jake Howard on the tackle for the Aces.
And then a 10-yard run by Brown. So 2 straight plays for this multi-talented Notre Dame standout. The 20-yard pass catch and run and the 10-yard run. And Quincy's got its best thing going now. Checking out wide to the right side is Jason Venverlo. DJ Venverlo, the quarterback. The backs are in the eye. And now McLaughlin in motion from right to left. Handoff Miller. He stood up like Conrad right in the middle of the line. Nothing there. Conrad low, Acree at Conrad high. Acree low, got him.
Hello. Nice to meet you there, huh? Bang.
He didn't get an inch. They will mark it right at the 7, maybe even it's enough for the first down, so he got inches of forward progress.
He got that out of the spot, I'm sure.
It's first and goal. No fault of Conrad's or Acree's, that's for sure. Now wide receiver Newen checks out wide to the left side. It's Brown and Miller in the backfield behind Venverlo. He crouches down low. There's the handoff. Miller falls forward. Oh, wait a minute. Brown's got the ball. Now it's loose. It's squirted away, and the Aces may have it. Yes, Straw recovered the football in a bizarre play outside the 10 at the 12. What a weird play. First of all, Miller got the ball. It squirted loose at the line. Brown tried to pick it up. He couldn't handle it. Straw recovered the ball. And the Aces have it again, and it knocks the Dickens out of the Quincy drive. What a weird play. So the Aces take over at their own 13.
Big momentum swift there.
So the Aces with a big break there. But it was caused all the way by defense. And now Adams finally going rough as he gets the handoff from Tarleton and gets to the 10-yard line. Give him a couple. To the 15, give him a couple and call it second down from there. 2nd and 7. Moss on the stop for the Raiders. What a break for Mount Carmel. Brewer checks out wide to the left side. Tarleton's back to throw now. On a fly pattern on the right side. It's tipped around, incomplete. Storkman got his hand on the ball over the right side. But it was off his hands, a little bit high and incomplete. It'll be 3rd down. Little lob shot to the right side. Now 3rd and 7 for the Aces.
I'm thinking bubble screen here, but I don't know. Trip.
Schnarry checks out wide to the left side.
Twins
so does
left
Storkman. Brewers out wide right. So the Aces do have 3 in pattern. Could be your play. Tarleton sets the club down with the backs in the eye. And options left. There's the pitch. Adams trying to get some running over to the 15. He's knocked out of bounds across the 20 to around the 23.
It's going to be close.
It is going to be close. He's marked out of bounds way over here, and the chains are way over there.
I can't tell there.
Yeah, it's off. Oh, look where they're going to mark him back to it around the. If they mark him that far back, wow, it's just going to be close. He wants to go back and look exactly where it was because the official standing in the field.
They're going to bring the chains over.
Yeah. They brought the ball towards the middle of the field and then decided they better bring the change over to where the out-of-bounds official or the guy on the sidelines was standing, because the guy in the middle of the field was a yard further back. So they are going to have to bring this chain gang all the way across the field. Can these guys handle it?
Well, who you got? You got Randy Bikey, you got Stu Grant. They get to make the trek this time.
So in other words, most people are shaking their heads no at this point.
Well, they know they can get there. It's a matter of getting
back. Yeah. And they put the chains down. And they measure, and they didn't make it. But we're this close.
What, do you gamble here? You got to punt this.
Yeah, I don't know. At the 21-yard line with already a 12-0 lead.
And you just dodged one bullet. I mean, you got to punt this, don't you?
4th down, I would think so.
Doesn't look like we're going to.
Really? Is this going to be the gutsy call of the year, if that's what happens? Wowski. And this ought to bring the fans to their feet. Everybody's roaring. Look at this. We're going to go for it on 4th down from our own 21-yard line. How about this? Tarleton sets the club down. One man in motion, Crumley.
We're just trying to bring him off sides is all.
And it didn't work. Now timeout. We'll kick it away then, huh? All right, well, we do have a timeout. We will take a 30-second break. We'll be right back to the stadium in a moment. The Aces lead Quincy Notre Dame 12-0. Back in a moment.
I'm Rena Bever, candidate for Wabash County Circuit Clerk. You may know me as a music teacher and director. What you may not know is that after growing up on a farm and before moving here with my family, I worked as a college dean of students. I know how to oversee budgets and motivate staff, and I've developed the business sense and attention to detail which are required to run an efficient circuit clerk's office. After 17 years, it's time for a change in that office, and I believe I'm qualified to make that change. Vote for me, Rena Bever, for Circuit Clerk on November 7th.
21, Tarleton keeps. Looks like he has it. Looks like he has it. A yard, maybe more for Tarleton. 4th down. Is that one of the gutsiest 4th down calls you've ever seen in the playoffs? Leading 12-0, the Aces go for it, and by all accounts, and they have made it. 1st down. Woo. Boy, and that does as much to devastate an opponent as it does to send your own team a message.
Well, you see that guy running off the field over there, too. You saw he was in there in that 4th and 1 situation. 67, Conrad.
Now here's Tarleton setting it up 1st and 10. And he hands off. Collision in the backfield. Not much there for the ball carrier. On the carry for the Aces is Adams. And they will mark him to the 24-yard line. Give him 1, 2nd and 9. No huddle. 5:07 to go, 1st half. Aces lead 12-0. Here is Tarleton. He fakes the handoff. Now sets and fires. Looking long for Schnarry. It's picked off. In front of him is Ryan Ginnenbacher. He is brought down as a flag flies at the Aces 35-yard line. Schnarry was waiting for it. Ginnenbacher stepped underneath and picked it off.
Just a little bit underthrown, just slightly underthrown. The kid made a nice play on it. Then all of a sudden, Aaron Akery just gets clipped big time. Guy just blocks him and takes him down from behind. So we did catch a break on that clip.
So the Raiders will start 15 yards further back, and beyond the 50 is where they'll begin. But they did get the pick off. They will mark it back from the 50. Well, maybe not. He's just using the 50. They are going to send it all the way back to the 38-yard line, so the 15-yard infraction on the clip after the pickoff by Ginnenbacher. But Quincy still has the ball now. Now checking out wide to the right side is the 6'4 senior, Tyler Juszynski. A wing to the left, backs in the deuce for DJ Venverlo. Now McLaughlin in motion to the right. Quarterback pitches. Here's Brandon Brown, wrapped up by Bates for a loss. Back at the 40. Brent Bates grabbed him.
Great play by Brent. Really drove hard to that inside shoulder, kept the outside arm free. Exactly what the defensive end is supposed to do. Textbook football right there. Just steps up, takes a blocker on, makes a play. Good play, Brent Bates.
Next year, our coaches will take that to Nebraska and show the Cornhuskers how to play defense. They didn't do it last week.
I'll tell you what, that's a nice play by Brent that time.
2nd down and 12. Checking out wide to the right is V. Newen. Wing to the right, McLaughlin backs in the eye. McLaughlin in motion to the left, 2nd and 12. Enverlo fakes one way, now hands to Brown, tries to get outside, and he is slowed up and then piled on around the 46-yard line. Give him 6. A host of aces on the stop, though, and it'll be 3rd down from there.
Well, that's 30 yards so far for Brown on 8 carries. He's found it going tough, but he's been their workhorse today so far.
3rd down and a short 7 for the Raiders. Checking out wide to the right is Dushinsky. Howard out there to pick him up on defense. McLaughlin the wing, backs in the eye. Miller the up back, Brown the tailback. McLaughlin switches directions in motion, and now there's a play action fake. Venverlo now flushed out of the pocket, running, fire, it's picked off and dropped. Almost intercepted by Robinson. Pass intended on the right side for Rivera, incomplete. 4th down, and the Raiders are going to give it up.
Well, as they flooded the area that time to the right, Scott, Rivera he was a second receiver deep. He came to the sideline. As soon as he got the hash, he kind of set down a little bit. Tracy was outside of him toward the sideline, really set him up for that interception. Just kind of set the quarterback up big time. Broke on it perfectly, just couldn't hang on to it.
So now the Raiders will be giving it up. Deep for the Aces, Luke Drone back at his own 25-yard line. Aces lead 12-0. Here is the kick. It is delivered by McLaughlin. Drone at the 25, 30, 35, 40. Almost broke it. Wrapped up at the 44. Nice run, 49 rather. Nice return by Drone of 24 yards. And the Aces have great field position for the start of this drive. Boy, this would be key here. We could put this in before the end of the half. 3:17 left in the first half.
This is a momentum getter right here.
This could break the back of the Raiders right here. Let's see what Mount Carmel does. Jeff Tarleton in his 2nd full week now is a 100% starter for the Aces. Sends Adams in motion. There's the pitch his way. Right side running room. 45 inside that mark. He dives forward to the 43. Gain of 8 on 1st down by Adams.
Big time option that time. He gets ahead of steam up like that. He's just a load to bring down. Give him 9 on that one, Scott. That gives him 50 on 12 carries so far of the day.
2nd down for the Aces now. Receiver to the left. Backs one man in motion. That's Kirkman, and there's the pitch his way. Sweeping to the left side. Adams tries to lead a block. Yep, there's the block on Adams. I knew they were going to call that. He was reaching for his flag. Kirkman got the 1st down. Wasn't much of a block by John.
The guy turned his hips on him, though.
Yeah, I know.
Looks like he turned his body on it.
But he was watching Adams instead of watching the other guy. And that probably by the end of it was not a clip, but the official saw a clip at the start and threw the flag, didn't wait for the play. So that'll wipe out the 1st down run by Kirkman. He was anticipating a little bit. And they'll mark it back inside the 50 all the way back to the 42-yard line. Clip on the Aces. It'll be 2nd down from there.
Is that a 15-yarder? 10-yarder?
That could be 15.
That's our 3rd penalty of the day.
Now Tarleton sets it down. The Aces have trips to the right side. One setback, and there's a little swing pass out to Adams, trying to get some running room to the 40. And he's knocked down there. Nice tackle. Again, this one by Miller. Way back at the 44. That produced only a 1 or 2 yard pickup for the Aces, and it'll be 3rd and long, and we're down at 2:15 to go in the half.
Well, that's a little bubble screen again. The defensive player, made a nice play at the time. Really shed Michael Brewer at just the right time. Big-time defensive play.
The Aces set up 3, trips again to the right side to the short side of the field, and Tarleton's back to throw. They're in on him. He fires long down the right side. Picked off. Another pick off by Ryan Genenbacher, a 2nd of the half. Quincy has the ball. He's brought right down. He is at the 39, but from there the Raiders stop the Aces. That's 2 interceptions for Genenbacher in the half. And we're down to 1:55 to go here in the first half. Quincy takes over on its own 39-yard line, and that little kid coming off the field has done pretty well. Ryan Genenbacher, 5'10", 145, just a sophomore.
It looked like there's a little miscommunication on that route that time. Those 2 receivers a little bit tight that time. Normally our spacing is a little bit better than that on that route, and the ball was just underthrown again.
Checking out wide to the right side is V. Nguyen. McLaughlin flank left. Now the backs are in the deuce.
Look how wide Ryan Peach is.
Miller and Brown. Now McLaughlin goes inside, back out in motion to the left. There's a little two-step drop, slant pass. Squirts up in the air, but no pickoff. Too high for the intended receiver, Noon. That was dangerously fluttering in the air, but the Aces couldn't get to it. Incomplete, second down.
Nice hit that time by Drone.
He's had two tonight already.
He stepped up and popped that kid.
He popped the kid on the long run a moment ago. He had a pop and a half last week in the game against Pena.
Yep.
It is second down and 10 now. Line of scrimmage is the Quincy 39. Dushinsky checks out wide to the left. That's the direction that the wingback McLaughlin is. Backs are in the deuce. Strong side right. Venverlo fakes. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. They're in on it. Bates converges. Isle converges. And they get him down all the way back at the 32 on the sack. Big loss on the play. And now it'll create third and about 18. And we're down to 1:29 to go in the half with the clock running. Aces have not been scored on in the postseason. It'll be 6 quarters in a row if they can hang on here through this end of this first half. Now the backs are in the eye. Miller and Brown, receiver left, flanker left. Venverlo hunches down behind center, almost disappears down there, doesn't he? There's Brown scampering around, trying to get some running room. They stay with him, bring him down. It is Mortland and Conrad on the stop at the 36-yard line. Gain of about 4, but it's 4th and a mile, 4th and 14 for Quincy from there.
Well, again, that Miller kid's got great cutback ability, and if we just keep him turned back into our pursuit, then we've got a chance there. You know, that long drive they had a while ago, Scott, he got outside, 3 straight possessions, 3 straight plays, and he's dangerous. He gets in the open field.
Now Howard and Drone fall back inside their own 35. McLaughlin looking over, and he is going to punt, and does, a little bit off the side of his foot. Takes a big line drive bounce, though, and we'll let it go. So he got a big break on it. Wasn't much of a kick, but he took a great bounce all the way to the 21-yard line. That's a kick of 43 yards. The Aces will take it from there with mere seconds left in the half. We're down to 19.
At their own 20 with 19 seconds left to play.
So Aces lead 12-0. They scored once in the first period and once in the second. And have looked impressive again on defense. Just one brief flurry by the Raiders. It ended with a fumble, though they were threatening. Now Tarleton calls the signals for the Aces, sends Grant in motion, hands off Crumley, powers over the right side, still on his feet. First down as he rolls forward across the 30 to the 32. The clock is stopped with 13 seconds to go on the first down run by Crumley. Aces call the timeout. We'll take a 30-second break right here with the score. Mount Carmel 12, Quincy Notre Dame nothing. Back to the stadium in a moment.
Mount Carmel Public Utility Company reminds you that when you have a loss of service, please report it. If there is no storm going on, it would be helpful to check to see if your neighbors are also out before calling. Mount Carmel Public Utility personnel will always call back when service is restored, so that you can reset clocks, turn off unneeded lights and appliances, and generally check that everything is okay. This message courtesy of your friends at Mount Carmel Public Utility Company.
Aces with 13 seconds to go, talking over in the huddle. Let's see if they've got one big play left in them. Here in the half, Aces lead Quincy Notre Dame 12-0 in the second round of the Class 3A playoff. We'll have the ball first and 10 from our own 33-yard line. We'll have Storkman out in pattern. We'll have Kirkman out. Everybody out, as a matter of fact. 3 to the right side, the short side. Tarleton by himself as he takes the snap. There's a swing pass. Kirkman got some running room. Gets outside, and he goes out of bounds. Hey, and he's tried down afterwards. No flag, though. Where's the flag? That was well out of bounds, that hit by Brown, though unintentional. The fact is, a late hit appears to be a late hit. Boy, that one sure looked like one, but no flag. Down at the 39 is Kirkman. Clock stopped with 8 seconds to go after a 7-yard pickup.
I think it's one of those times that looked worse than what it was, maybe.
Yeah. Second down and 3, so probably better off with no flag there. Now the Aces line it up. 1 setback, 3 trips. And Tarleton F4.
Or vertical.
Now Tarleton
Underthrow.
lofts it up. It got away from him. Almost picked off again. The defender for Quincy Notre Dame, Noon, looking for a flag. Boy, that one slipped off his finger. Tarleton, it was short, incomplete. Third down. We're down to 2 seconds to go.
Now watch this, because Drone's in the lineup here now too. Check this out.
Maybe a halfback pass.
Check this out.
An option pass. Let's see what Drone does. He's lined up on the right side as a receiver. One setback, and there's the swing pass to Drone. Now he's going to throw. He does. Down the middle for Adams. Incomplete. Nice idea on the play there, huh? It was a line drive kind of pass, and Adams running kind of a seam route. Couldn't catch up with. Incomplete, but we may go back to that one time in the playoff. Halftime here at Riverview Stadium. Your score, Mount Carmel 12 and Quincy Notre Dame nothing. We're back with a scoring summary and stat highlights in just a moment.
Commander Chakotay, acting captain. Only a short time has passed since Captain Janeway, B'Elanna, and Tuvok left on their mission to infiltrate the Borg cube.
Once inside, all contact was lost. At this point, we can only speculate on what happened as we await their return.
Star Trek Voyager.
Everybody, it's TV12's Morning Show. I'm Kevin Williams.
And I'm Scott Allen.
Terry Beckerman here. And we're glad to be with you every weekday morning from 7 until 7:30 on a rotating basis. Who knows who's going to be here, who's not going to be here. But we want you here watching TV12's Morning Show.
All the normal stuff that you've come to know and love, and plus a lot of extras for you.
And is that right?
Even some abnormal things.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. That's morning, everybody.
That's TV12's Morning Show every weekday morning from 7 until 7:30 right here on TV12. Join us.
Laughlin will be kicking off from left to right, and he delivers down the middle of the field. Taken on the fly by Robinson at the 15, to the 20, 25. He's to the middle, dropped it around the 31. That's where the Aces will take over. Not a bad return by Robinson. First and 10 at the 32. Aces 24 minutes away from advancing to the quarterfinals for the third consecutive years. That would be a first in school history. Now Carmel has the ball first. John Adams comes out. Tyler Kirkman in the backfield along with Crumley. Brewer, the wide receiver to the left side. Jeff Tarleton sets the club down. Man in motion, Adams. Tarleton options and turns it up, gets a yard or two. Tarleton on the carry on the first play of the second half. Give him 1 second down.
Well, I think we'll give him none.
Okay.
How about that? Because
And
again,
he'll be happy with it.
Because Jim Payne doesn't move an inch.
Second down and 10 now. Tarleton sets the club down. Kirkman in motion, and there is a handoff. Ball carrier Crumley plows forward. Leading the way is Sean Morgan up there for the Aces. A gain of about 4, 3rd and 6 for the Aces. We're just underway. Aces scored once in the first, early in the second period as well, and they lead 12-0. Now Brewer checks out wide to the right side. Schnarry sets it down tight end to the left, and there's Tarleton optioning to the right. There's the pitch to Adams. He gathers it in, still on his feet. First down and then some. To midfield goes Adams before he's brought down. A great run of 13 yards by John Adams. Line of scrimmage, the 50 by Adams, who had over 1,300 yards to begin this game.
Well, I'll tell you, Scott, that's a 13-yard run. He got 11 of those all on his own that time. Just keeps shedding tackles right down that side and tiptoeing down the sideline while doing it.
Perhaps his prettiest run of the day. Now Brewer checks out wide to the left, wings both ways. There's a handoff. Ball carrier lowers that head and plows over the 50 into Quincy territory. Look at that second effort, too, by Adams. All the way to the 44 he ends up. Wow, he must have gotten 4 or 5 on that second effort. It's 2nd and 4 now. The pileup looked to be back at the 48, and he dove that much out of it. Well, the Aces set it up from there. They send Brewer out wide to the left side. Now Grant into the game as a wing to the left. Backs are in the eye. And here is Tarleton making the call. And he hands off, tailback wrapped up short. Did get some progress to around the 42. That was
It's Adams again.
Adams on the carry, just now getting up. He is shy by a couple of yards, third down. Line of scrimmage, the 42.
And we've really mixed our sets up big time. We've come full wishbone, I formation, that normal double slot set. We've really changed our formation. Now we're back full bone.
Everybody pulled in. There's Tarleton handing off, ball carrier wrapped up and repelled shy by a good yard. Nice wrap up on Kirkman. On the primary, Nick Noiser, 6'2", 270, a junior. Now give the ball carrier from Mount Carmel Kirkman a yard, but that leaves us a yard shy.
Well, if we went for it before, there's no question what we're doing here.
We went for it from our own 21 in the first half and made it on 4th and 1.
And it's exactly what their coach is talking about down here on 4th down. See, look at those linemen step up there now.
Now Tarleton calls and hands off. No, he keeps, tries to get there, dives, looks like he made it. From here, and we're right on the line, it looks like he made it. The football just barely over the 40.
It's on that spot.
But it depends, you're right, on the spot. Eyeballing, it looks like he made it.
I don't think they did. They gave him a terrible spot.
Oh, that's a terrible spot. He didn't make it. Oh, wait a minute. They're going to measure. It doesn't look good from here, though, does it, Rick?
I'll tell you what.
He was completely over the 40. Not much, but completely over the 40.
Well, that's where that official, the line judge there, where he thinks that the ball is when your knee hits.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, no, they missed that by a half a yard, if not 1 yard. But those are the guys.
Nope.
Oh, he didn't make it. We missed it. Boy, that was a terrible spot, and Quincy Notre Dame has the football at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a terrible spot if you're an Aces fan.
Yeah.
But, hey.
So this is an experienced crew, and you said, what's the...
I think it's like 37 years. These guys have been around now. I was kind of up around the gym when they were talking to the captains, doing the coin flip and all that stuff, and you could tell these guys are just...
Well, you know what that means, don't you?
What's
they
that?
know all the rules, but they have very bad eyesight. It's 1st and 10, Quincy Notre Dame. Line of scrimmage, the 40-yard line. The Raiders take over. Wing to the right, backs her in the eye. McLaughlin's in motion. Vanderlo hands off. Miller hit as he has the football on the primary. That's Josh Mortland. Ryan Peach in there as well. A loss in the play of 1. Nice play by Mortland from underneath. And it's 2nd down and 11 for the Raiders. Line of scrimmage, the 40-yard line. Last week, Payne had collected only 16 yards in the game against Mount Carmel. Tonight, Notre Dame only 87 in the first half. Now, Newen checks out wide to the right. Flanker left, that's McLaughlin. Backs from the offset. And a big hole for the running back, Miller. He gets away from 1 inside the 50 to the 44. His best run of the day by Miller, and a huge first down run by the Raiders of 15 yards.
Well, as you hit it right on the head, Scott. That is definitely his best run of the day. He had 1 yard so far. That's his 7th carry now, 16 yards.
He broke out there, didn't he? Now Dushinsky, the 6'4" wide receiver, checks on wide to the left. McLaughlin the wing, backs from the deuce. Venverlo hands off. Brown wrapped up. No, he gets free, dives inside the 40 to the 39. Straw almost had the ball carrier, but Brown kept churning and gets about 5 out of it, 2nd down.
They've kind of come to life here a little bit, haven't they?
Brandon Brown is something. 5'10", 160, not blessed with great size, but he certainly has some agility and speed.
It's probably a good thing we haven't painted downstairs, because the paint would be peeling off the walls at halftime.
2nd down, McLaughlin checks out wide to the right. Venverlo the wide out to the left. DJ Venverlo is now as the quarterback. Man in motion, backs from the deuce. 2nd down, the drop ball. The quarterback scrambles in, but did he get it? Let's see what the officials rule. Looks like the quarterback may have it, and they will give it back to Quincy, though the Aces had Straw bidding for his 2nd fumble recovery of the day. As it is, Quincy has it, 3rd and 6, a loss of 1. Line of scrimmage, the Aces 41. Straw recovered a fumble earlier that knocked out a Quincy drive that had gone to the Aces 13. That was in the first half. Wing right, receiver left, backs in the deuce. Venverlo calls, looks a little seam pattern, and it's tipped up and incomplete.
That was a hook and ladder, boys.
Yep.
That was set up for the hook and ladder. If that ball would have been thrown well, they were flipping back out to this number 4, who would have just raced down the sideline.
And that's what Newen perhaps, well, first of all, the ball was high, and then Newen also trying to keep the play in check. He was looking a little bit to the side, and he couldn't come up with the ball, but it squirted up in the air. Could have been dangerous, could have been picked off.
Well, he tried to tip it in the air, it looked like.
4th down, and drone deep for the Aces, backing around his own 10. There's the kick by McLaughlin. Spiraling to the left side, and dropping inside the 10, down to the 7.
Pretty good kick.
As it turns out, a kick of 34 yards, and the Aces now are pinned at their end of the field inside the 10. They're going to mark, well, they mark it, and let's see. Yep, back there at the 7 or 8. Third quarter here, 6:16 to go in the frame. Aces lead Quincy Notre Dame 12-0. You're listening to WSJD Princeton Mount Carmel. Thanks for being with us. Here is the quarterback Tarleton sending Grant in motion. Hands off. Ball carrier plows the right side, gets some progress. Yale Epler helps to lead the way. For Crumley, the fullback, mark him over the 10 to around the 11, gain of 4. 2nd down.
Stop on the play by McLaughlin.
Quincy Notre Dame 8-2. The Aces are 9-1. They've won 9 in a row since dropping game 1 to Harrisburg, 21-14. Now Brewer checks out wide to the left side. Tarleton calls the signals, backs up, wants to throw,
wide
looking
open.
long for Kirkman. He's got it down the right side. Dragged down from behind over the 40 at the 43-yard line. A gain of 32 yards on the pass play from Tarleton to Kirkman.
Well, we caught him in the right alignment that time. Set the man in motion. The corner was just all alone out there. It's just take your pick on whoever he's going to cover. We really delivered the ball very well that time, right in stride.
Aces started this drive at the 7. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 42, and there's a handoff to Crumley. Bounces over the left side across the 45 to the 48-yard line. Nice pickup on 1st down by Mark Crumley, who's had 2 big games in a row now. And it's his time to shine in the playoffs. Gain of 6, 2nd down.
6 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 4 now for the Aces.
Aces looking for their 10th win of the year. 2nd down now. Man in motion is Adams. Brewer checked out wide to the left. Adams crunched hard as he tries to dive back through the middle, making the stop. Jason Hincapper, 5'9", 170, a sophomore.
Boy, he's really stepped up. He took a pretty good hit that time. That kid really filled the hole in a hurry.
3rd and 4. Give him almost no gain on the play. Line of scrimmage just shy of the 50. Now Brewer checks out wide to the left side. Grant and Adams are the wing backs, and there is Crumley, the setback. Now here is Tarleton rolling out on the left, firing back to the other side. Schnarry can't come up with the ball. Tarleton rolled left, threw off to his right, and Schnarry tried to come back for the ball, incomplete, 4th down.
Well, there's 3 pretty good routes that time. Those guys really ran the routes real well. Brewer ran his man off deep. Schnarry coming as a 2nd receiver. Crumley underneath, and Jeff threw it to the proper one that time.
That'll be 4th down. And the drone is in at quarterback. Ace is going to go for it on 4th and 3. Now they shift out, and drone now looks like he's dropping back to punt. And it's a quick kick almost from where he was. And it bounds inside the 30, down inside the 25. Aces, Quincy will let it roll. It's down at the 22. And that's where Quincy will take over.
Now, why did we do that? Go ahead, tell him. Tell him why we did that.
Why did we do it?
Tell him why we did
it
it.
was 4th down.
No. Why didn't we just show punt and then punt?
Because we wanted to.
We don't want this guy to run it back.
Oh, sure, that'd be fine. That makes sense.
That's exactly why.
I trust you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good play.
I thought there was something. I thought there was some hidden thing on this question. In their way, it may have been actually.
That's right.
Here, I'm thinking joke.
No.
Comedy here.
No.
I thought you had a line for me.
There hasn't been much comedy out of me all year.
1st and 10. McLaughlin checks out wide to the left. Handoff. Miller breaks free across the 30. Inside past that mark to the 36. Nice run by Miller. He is running very hard here in the second half.
First down for the Raiders.
A big chunk and a first down there by Miller. If he let his injured ankle bother in the first half, he has decided to cast feet to the wind and play hard on it in the second half, and he's doing much better.
Well, if their trainer has as much skill as she is good looking, then she must have worked wonders on him over halftime.
First and 10 for Quincy with McLaughlin in motion. Strong side left. The handoff. Brown skates around in open field to the 50, 45, down the right sidelines, down to the 34 before he's pushed out of bounds. What a run by Brown. A gain of 35 yards. They'll mark him all the way to the IHSA 34. Here come the Raiders. And it's Brown. Man, what a shuffler he can be, huh? First down, backs in the eye, receiver to the left, flanker to the left for DJ Venverlo, the quarterback. Strong side right. Whoa, some motion up front. The right guard took off, or at least made a motion to. Kistner moved, and that'll cost the offense 5 yards.
Boy, that's just a momentum killer there too, Scott.
They'll mark it back to the 39-yard line. It's first and 15 now for Quincy.
We'll definitely take that penalty.
Now, the big 6'4" wideout, Tyler Dushinsky, into the ball game. He will check to the right side, short side of the field. It's Miller and Brown in the backfield of the Deuce. And the flanker is to the short side, McLaughlin. He's in motion as DJ Venverlo calls. To the left. Handoff, Miller, big hole. He could go all the way. Down to the 20, 15, knocked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. What an escape by Miller. He blew down the right side, and all the way to the 13 he goes. First down.
Well, that's the last 3 times he's touched the ball, 16, 15, 13 yards. I mean, that guy's come out on a mission here the second half. Did they sprinkle some holy water on him or what?
They did something. Brett Miller is
blessed that ankle. It's a miracle.
He is returning quickly to his regular season form. Now they line it up in the eye from the IHSA's 13, their deepest mark of the day. And handoff, Brown over the middle to the 10 to the 5, and he's finally smothered there by Bates and Robinson, but a big gain by Brown. He dances to the 5, second down and 1 or 2.
We'll give him 8 on that one. That's 82 yards so far with that young man.
Quincy Notre Dame coming to life in this drive. Now here goes Dushinsky checking out wide right. Backs are in the eye.
Miller's out of the game right now.
And here's the quarterback sending McLaughlin in motion to the left. He calls, and there's the pitch. Brown tries to cut it up, and he is stood up and dropped. Drone wrestled the ball away from him, but that came late, and it will remain in the possession of Quincy. Gain of perhaps enough for the first down. At around the 3, is it going to be enough for first and goal? They look it over, eyeball it, and they will measure. That's how close he was. Well, if it's a successful measurement here, the Raiders get another set of downs. We're down to 2:28 to go in the third period.
I'll tell you, this is a big
measurement. They've got 12-3 on the scoreboard. Now, I don't remember Quincy getting a field goal, but I'm getting old. I might be wrong, but I believe it's 12-0. There we go.
Tim walks way back down.
Yeah, thanks, Tim.
Yeah, he's ready to throw that. He's ready to throw that scoreboard control out.
Oh, that's right. It has been acting up all day. I forgot about it. He didn't even put the points up there.
Third down still.
So, the measurement found the Raiders short. They've got a lot of fans here, a busload of fans making the trip over. Took about 4 hours, 45 minutes. They want some action by their team. DJ Venverlo sets it down in the power eye. Slant right. And there's a handoff. Brown, ooh, he's tripped up in the backfield and brought down. Kirkman finished him off. Adams is the first one to get a hold of him. And it'll be fourth down. All the way back at the 6. What a play. Brown Couldn't dance out of that one.
Tell you what, we brought it that time with those backer positions on that right side. We guessed right, and we just had too many maroon shirts there for those white ones to block, and filled the hole in a hurry.
Now it's 4th and 3 just for the first down. The Raiders are 6 yards away from the end zone.
Get up here, fans. Let's go.
1:38 to go, third quarter. DJ Venverlo sets his club down. In the power I, now man in motion. And here's the play action fake. He's bootlegging to the left, firing for the end zone. It's caught, touchdown! The pass caught for the touchdown for the Quincy Notre Dame Raiders, and they're on the board. The pass caught by Orlando Rivera for the touchdown with 1:25 to go in the third period. A 6-yard catch.
With 1:25 left in the third quarter.
He had time to DJ, and it's a 12-6 game now. And these conversions suddenly become huge. Now McLaughlin will try to tack on the point after.
And this guy's got a leg now. He's got a leg.
Here's the snap, ball down. It's blocked. The kick is blocked, and it's 12-6. The Aces come through on defense and block it. Who got it? Who are they celebrating with over there? Was it Kirkman?
Might have been Bates.
Bates. It's left a 12-6 ball game, but it's much closer now. We're back in 60 seconds here at Riverview Stadium. Aces lead 12-6.
Around the house you can do for yourself, like fixing a leaky faucet. But the one thing you want the professionals to handle is your house electrical wiring. Call the professionals at SK Smith Electric. Steve Smith and his crew of highly trained professionals have the know-how to make sure your electrical work is done safely and will keep your family safe for years to come. Don't take chances with your life or your family's life. Call SK Smith Electric at 263-4434. Residential, commercial, industrial, whatever your electric needs, SK Smith Electric can handle it all.
Piston around their 15. There's a line drive kick down the middle. It'll be taken by an up back, and returning to around the 32 is Jacob Butler or Summers. I don't remember.
For the Aces.
On the kickoff, Butler. And he's down at around the 32.
I think Nick Schnarr's the one to pick that up.
No way. 33, not 83. Schnarr isn't that Butler. Schnarr's too tall for the game. Was it Schnarr?
I think it was Schnarr, but I could be wrong.
We'll give it to Cletus.
I've been wrong before.
We'll give it to Cletus then. First down and 10. Go to the Schnarr home. You'll see Cletus now on their driveway. In paint, I think, on their driveway. There's Crumley bounding to the right side on the first scrimmage play for the Aces. He goes to around the 36, gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
58 yards now for Mark.
Well, this will be the time we could use a drive just like we had in the first period. With 71 yards on 18 plays, chewed up 8 minutes. 2nd and 7. Man in motion is Adams. Tarleton, options right. And he is swarmed under. And took a loss on the play. Back to around the 35. Loss of perhaps 1. Well, they have done a good job of reading Tarleton today in this game.
Well, they're really pursuing to the ball. That touchdown really brought them back to life now. And when you got guys who can play both ways, I mean, you get a little bit more of momentum swings because now they're part of that success. Hey, stepping it up here now.
The Aces bring trips out, wide receivers, 3 to the left side. And it is Brewer, Storkman, and Adams. One setback, and there's a swing pass to Adams, and he juggles it, pulls it in to the 40, 45, 50, first down catch. Adams' best part of that play was just bringing it in. It was a little bit off the mark, but his great athletic ability allowed him to catch it, and he's got a first down to the Quincy 49.
Gain of how many on that one, Scott?
It would be 15 yards. What a play.
Nice bubble screen. Again, just throw the bubble screen out there, hope for those one-on-one blocks. Their coaching staff was not very happy. Felt like there was a hold on the play.
We are down to 6 seconds now, Rick, to go in the third quarter. The officials have stopped the clock, and they're talking about something.
Well, they got a kid down out here.
Oh, there we got an injured player way off over here. And it is one of the Raiders down on the field. Now getting up, he's okay. Jason Venverlaw, the 5'9" junior. He's okay.
That should be the end of the quarter here.
They start the clock, and the Aces will let it expire to end the third frame. Well, we're down to 1 quarter to go. Can the Aces make it to the quarterfinals for the third year in a row? At the end of 3 frames here. Mount Carmel 12, Quincy Notre Dame 6. Back to the snake pit in just a moment.
Building better healthcare for the present and future. It began as a vision nearly 2 years ago, and now Wabash General Hospital is a modern state-of-the-art facility, offering great quality care right here at home. Wabash General's commitment to quality is unmatched. See for yourself the expanded outpatient services like physical and speech therapy, radiology, lab services, emergency room, and so much more. The entire facility is now designed with you and your family's care and convenience in mind. See for yourself, building better healthcare. It's no longer a vision. It's waiting for you at Wabash General Hospital.
If a picture's worth 1,000 words, picture this. Take it to the max with maximum exposure. This show's pure video adrenaline. Can you say serious hurt? Can you say instant replay? Get the picture? It's not pretty. Take your weekend to the max. Maximum exposure.
Return to Riverview Stadium, one final to pass along. Robinson beaten badly by Harrisburg today, 48-10 in the Class 3A playoffs. Is that an indication of how much Harrisburg has improved since week 1 or what?
Harrisburg's a real deal, fellas, I'm telling you.
First and 10, handoff, Kirkman left side, and he gets near the marker, pounding his way to around the 42. Nice first down run by Tyler to the left side. Gain of about 8, second down, maybe 9 on the play. Beginning of the fourth quarter, Aces starting to move, have to move here. The football leading 12-6. Gain of 8, second and 2. Now Grant is in the backfield. Crumley the up back. To his left is Adams. He gets the call, dives over the right side, and gets the first down, rolling to the 39. That's John Adams on the pickup of 4 with a first down.
First down, Mount Carmel.
And that puts him at 75 yards. 17 carries so far today for John.
Aces led 12-0 at halftime. They now lead 12-6 in the fourth quarter, but they're trying to put a drive together now. First and 10, Aces have the ball to Quincy 39. Backs in the full bone. Everybody pulled in. Handoff is to the up back. He's to around the 38. They didn't give him much on the progress. A lot of bodies piled up in there. And Crumley gets up off the short end of that stack up. Give him 1, second and 9. Still have some green left on this Bermuda turf. We were all brown, what, last week? And we had some warming conditions that giving us a little green hue back to the grass. Now second and 8, handoff, Kirkman left side he goes, inside the 35, down to the 30, close to the marker. Tyler Kirkman running hard. And he is perhaps just a yard away now as they move the down marker. It'll be third and short for the Aces, 3rd and 1.
Brings up a third down now for Mark Carmel as the ball.
Aaron Acree, one of the tight ends. He sets down on the left side. Nick Schnarry on the right side. Handoff, Kirkman left side, enough for the first down over the left tackle to around the 27-yard line. Gain of 2. First down, Aces, and the drive continues. What an all-important drive this would be.
Now that line's just doing a great job up there. We're getting 2 yards of pop minimum, and these guys are just driving off the ball.
Quincy Notre Dame score has made this possession very important for the Aces, and we've got motion on both sides of the line. It's against the Aces.
Well, like I said, that line is...
They're too anxious at times, huh? They're so anxious.
Well, when I say 2 yards, I mean we're getting a good yard of line push is what I'm talking about. I mean we're taking a line of scrimmage and moving that line of scrimmage forward, giving people a chance to read some holes.
5-yard walk-off puts the ball back at the Quincy 34. It's 1st and 15 from there for the Aces.
First down for the Aces.
The Aces in the bone with the tights pulled in. Now Quincy doing a little jumping on defense, but they don't jump. And there's a handoff. Ball carriers Adams outside to the left, diving inside the 20. What a run by Adams. A gain of 12 all the way to the 20-yard line. Another one of those second and third efforts. They'll actually put him down at the 21, so give him 11. Should create a 2nd and 3.
Well, I'll tell you what, somebody ought to pick him up. He can play. Somebody definitely ought to be interested in this kid. He ought to be playing on Saturday afternoons.
He seems to like it, as we can testify to the last couple of weeks. Handoff, Kirkman, huge hole, inside the 15 to the 10, gets away, down near the end zone. Did he make it? He didn't quite make it. He's inside the 2 to the 1-yard line. What a run by Kirkman of 20 yards. And the Aces have it 1st and goal.
But Tyler Kirkman on this drive runs of 8, 8, 2, and 20 yards. He's been the workhorse on this drive, that's for sure.
First and goal to go from the 1.
See if the Aces can punch it in. Handoff, ball carry, yes, touchdown!
Touchdown.
The Aces score to go 2 scores up. Jeff Tarleton on the keeper got the touchdown. One of the Raiders may have been shaken up. Tarleton was actually checking on him as he got up off the stack. And the Aces lead 18-6 with 8:36 to go and a run by Tarleton, a keeper. A keeper for Tarleton. Yeah. And it's 18-6 now.
No.
The Aces appear to go for 2, and certainly they will.
And the Aces are going to line up and go for 2.
And they will set it up in the bone. There's a handoff. Kirkman tries to swing it out. He's upended and dropped short of the goal line. So for the 3rd time today, the conversion does not work. But the Aces do lead 18-6 with 8:36 to go in the game. We're back to Riverview in just a moment.
18-6, Aces.
Dedication and hard work help to develop the heart of a champion. Keep a positive attitude and never quit, and you'll be a champion at any task you undertake. George W. Woodcock, attorney at law, is engaged in the practice of law, specializing in divorce, personal injury, and estates. George W. Woodcock has always supported the athletic programs at Mount Carmel High School, and he extends his best wishes for a winning season for the Golden Aces football team. George W. Woodcock, located at 120 East 5th Street in Mount Carmel. Hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, evenings and weekends by appointment. Can you have too much of a good thing? Absolutely, and that's particularly true when it comes to investments. Mark Wonkel and Don Price, your local Edward Jones investment representatives, would like to invite you to their office for a free portfolio review. This review will give you the opportunity to make sure your investments are well balanced to minimize risk, and they can make sure that the investments you own are right for the achievement of your financial goals. If you'd like a free review of your investments, call Mark or Don today at 263-3828 or stop by their office at 602 Market Street, Mount Carmel. Member SIPC.
Plays, just great drive that time.
A long kick, well, actually a short kick coming into McLaughlin at the 22. Now he changes back, goes to the left side. He's dragged down from behind at the 30. That's where the Aces take over. Guess who? Well, I thought Storkman made the stop. I'm sorry. It was Jake Summers who made the primer. I automatically assumed it was 27. And Quincy will set it up 1st and 10 from the 31.
He was very frustrated last week. We were getting double teamed every time, just tackled every time by Pena. But, you know, you just got to understand that's the ultimate compliment. You get double teamed like that.
And especially when you're on special team, to actually take the time to put 2 on a guy on special teams, that is the ultimate. 1st and 10 now for Quincy Notre Dame. Receivers spread out all over the place. Fake reverse. Now the quarterback flushed out. Strauss got him. And Conrad on the sack inside the 25, back of the 22. Big sack for the Aces of about 9 or 10 yards.
On the tackle for the Aces.
Couldn't come at a better time. The sack by the defense. Straw's been in on a lot of big plays today, huh? Gotten a fumble, almost got another one.
Well, they're really worried about Conrad when he comes up in there. Who are you going to pick? I mean, he walks in there and then he doesn't. He comes and he doesn't. And, boy, when he comes in there and they fill to him, I mean, you're leaving somebody unblocked big time.
Now 2nd down and 20. Venverlo sends McLaughlin in motion. And there's a handoff, trying to power his way back to the left side is Brown. He collided with one of the aces and rolled down from there.
Actually, kind of tripped over his own man that time.
Who was being blocked? Was that Conrad then? And he rolled down from there at the 25. Never did have a chance to work a full head of steam up. He still made some progress of about 4 anyway, and it's 3rd down and 16 now for the Raiders. We're down to 7:17 to go in the game. Jason Venverlo checks out wide to the left side. Dushinsky, flanker right. And there's DJ Venverlo looking for the 6'4 receiver. Way overthrown on the fly on the right side. Howard on the coverage of Dushinsky. Well over his head, 4th down. And the Raiders are poised to give it up.
And looking at the game film, Scott, this week they like that route. They like that alley-oop and throw it up in the air and let them go get it. And that time, you know, when you rush out of the pocket like that and you don't have a lot of time, you get a little happy feedback. You want to let it go a little early.
Now McLaughlin back inside his own 15. High snap, and he gets it off under a good rush by Bates. Drone retrieves it at the 47. He's dragged down from behind after about a 5-yard pickup. But he is into Quincy territory, down at the 49. That's where the Aces take over. 1st and 10 Mount Carmel now. Aces lead 18-6. The winner will play Anna Jonesboro next week. Anna Jonesboro beating Leroy 24-0 at last count. The Aces win and AJ wins. We go to Anna next week. Brewer wide left. Now Kirkman in motion to the left. And there's a handoff. Ball carrier over left tackle inside to about the 46-yard line. And that is Crumley on the carry.
Well, now our opponent becomes a clock, and you'll just see us methodically just march this thing down. And if we have to play total field position here, we probably will. That's our best start of the day so far on that 48-yard line.
We've gone 18 plays for 71 yards, 10 plays for 62 yards today, right? So far, so 2 of those drives, very impressive. Now the Aces line it up, 2nd down and 6. Wings both ways, receiver to the left, Kirkman in motion, and there's Tarleton. Pulls it away from the fullback. Now options left, may have the 1st down, and he's out of bounds inside the 40, down to the Quincy 38-37. 1st down run of 8 yards by Tarleton. One of the few times tonight Jeff's been able to break free on those options. Quincy's had him pretty well bottled up.
And we'll go back with our double tight lineup again. Aaron Acre checks in from Michael Brewer. And again, that line, one of our keys was that control the line of scrimmage, and our line's just done a terrific job tonight.
The clock inside 6 minutes now. Aces lead 18-6 here in the 4th frame. Everybody pulled in, backs in the bone, handoff Kirkman left side. He is met right there and dropped right there. Quincy did a good job. Tyler may have a loss on the play. Haycraft did his best, but Quincy was all over him, leading the way up front. And they'll put him down right at the original line of scrimmage, the 38, 2nd and 10. Aces scored once in the 1st frame, once in the 2nd. Quincy scored in the 3rd. Aces scored here in the 4th, and they lead 18-6. That's the biggest lead they've had today. It's been no bigger than 12 points. Brewer checks out wide right, wing that way, backs in the offset, and here is a handoff. Adams over the left side, churns forward inside the 35 to the Quincy 33. Gain of about 5 will bring 3rd and 5 for the Aces, and we're inside 5 minutes to go now in the game. You're listening to WSJD Princeton Mount Carmel, your home for Aces football and all around the world at WSJD.com. Aces looking for their 10th win of the year, and this would give John Hart 100 wins at Mount Carmel. Now Brewer checks out wide right. Grant in the game as a wing to the right. Wing left with Crumley the setback. Tarleton watching the sidelines, making sure he uses all the time. Play action fake, rolls, dumps it for Crumley. He's got it. A catch. He's rolled down at the 24. He's right close to the marker. And he has it. 1st down for the Aces, and the drive continues at the Quincy 25. Time consuming.
Well, nice safe pass right that time. We run the two guys out deep. If we miss that, we miss that. But again, nice safe route that time. Nice call, play call.
Now the backs line it up in the eye behind Tarleton. It is Crumley and Kirkman. Handoff, Crumley bounces off one. Finally wrapped up by Newen inside the 20, inside the 15-yard line.
Well, Newen kind of went to the Johnny Bench, Mike Piazza school of football there. He just kind of catched the guy. Come here, I'll catch you.
And then he really pulled him down. Gain of 8, though. Big first down run by Crumley. And with each passing play, desperation closes in on Quincy Notre Dame.
Better start those buses down there in the end zone, huh?
Now they're going to measure. So who knows? This may be a first down run by Crumley, who's had a great postseason so far. At the 15 is where they're measuring. And here is the result of the measure. It is short by that much. And it will be second down.
The Aces are just inches away from a first down, so it'll be second down now for Mark Carmel.
That puts Mark at 71 yards so far. John Adams 92 yards so far. Kirkman right at 50 yards. We've done a nice job execution.
3 minutes, 56 seconds to go in the game. And the Aces have a 12-point lead on Quincy Notre Dame. The line of scrimmage is the 15. He was short, so it is second and centimeters now for the Aces. Now, let's see what Tarleton does here. The backs will line it up on the bone.
Well, we'll wait about 20 seconds before we start to play. So we can probably take a commercial break here. No, I guess not.
Backs on the bone, strong side right. Tarleton checking the sidelines, make sure he's got the play count right, or the time between plays. Now he lowers his head and barges forward. And there wasn't much there, but on that thrust, it probably is enough. He's to around the 14.5-yard line. First down for the Aces. And with 3:33 to go, they stop the clock momentarily to move the clock, and now Notre Dame's got to start using some timeouts. Line of scrimmage is the 14.
First and 10 for the Aces.
Well, the Aces allowed Quincy a score to get back into the game, and then they marched down the field, and now they're marching down the field again to cement the victory. Tarleton, hands off. To the right side goes Adams. He's inside the 5. He almost broke it for a touchdown. All the way to the 2 goes John Adams, and a gain of 13. Now it's first and goal.
And that puts him over the 100-yard mark, Scott.
And he's over the 1,400-yard mark on the year. He started the night at 1,312. Now he's at 1,417. Clock is running, 2:52 to go. The Aces make their way slowly to the line. Looks like they would look on the last day of summer vacation. Tarleton sets the club down 2 yards away from the end zone. Kirkman tries to get in. He's repelled shy, and he got, I'm not sure he got any forward progress. Maybe an inch or two backwards. But the score is almost an inconsequential part at this point. We're trying to get this clock whittled down, and we're doing it this way. It's counting down to 2:17 now to go. This game is getting away from the Raiders. The Aces will try to punctuate that right here and put it in. Out of the bone, Tarleton calls and tries to follow the fullback in. Does, diving over for the touchdown, and this game is over. The Aces have scored on a 1-yard keeper by Tarleton, a 2-yarder, his 3rd touchdown of the night, and this one is over. The Aces now lead 24-6 with 2:04 to go.
Just a goal line option. He rode the guy down in there along that left side, behind that left side of that line, and kept it, dove in from 3 or 4 yards there, Scott.
Now Robinson will try to tack on the point after. Howard will hold. And here comes the snow. Everybody's crossing the line. Maybe Quincy.
Flags on the play.
Maybe Quincy crossed first. Yep, the official indicates it's against the Raiders. So they'll move it half the distance to the goal line. That means our 2-point try now comes into play as we get The ball moved to the 1.5-yard line. It is 24-6 now, and we are at 2:04 to go in the game. Aces headed for the win. It will be their 10th of the year, and we will be going to Anna Jonesboro next week.
What's their nickname?
I think it's the Wildcats, but I can't guarantee that.
Where's Mike Mandreau when you need him?
Yeah. It is 1st and goal, and there's a handoff. Ball carrier plows over, tied up for the 2-point conversion. I got a little excited there for the 2-point conversion. And it's 26-6. Adams on the first conversion run of the day that works for the Aces, and it's 26-6. With 2:04 to go, we're back to the stadium in 60 seconds.
Shirtlift Manor, a licensed and state-approved long or short-term nursing care facility. Shirtlift staff includes physical and speech therapists and dietitians for regular or therapeutic diets. Come by Shirtlift Manor Nursing Home, 1601 College Drive in Mount Carmel. When it's time for you or a loved one to consider long-term care, consider Shirtlift Manor Nursing Home. Stop by for a visit today, 1601 College Drive in Mount Carmel.
As a native of Wabash County, Chris Quick cares for its citizens. As a former Mount Carmel High School band director, he understands that our children must have a safe, drug-free environment to learn in. And as a man of faith, he believes in good moral character and solid family values. This November, pick Chris Quick for your next state's attorney. He'll be tough on crime with fewer plea bargains and more demanding sentences for criminals. Chris Quick will make sure every citizen is treated equally in his administration. Remember, November 7th, pick Quick for state's attorney.
Here we go. Aces kicking off to Quincy.
The return from the 20 to around the 32.
Clayton McLaughlin returning.
On the return for the Raiders, McLaughlin, a 10-yard return to the 31. And now that's where we'll play out the string in this one. 1:59 to go in the game. Aces lead 26-6. We go to Anna Jonesboro next week. But you had an opportunity to see one of the old-time great athletes in school history, Craig Snow, here this week.
Yeah, we went down Wednesday night and watched the Aces practice with our guys. They've been conditioning. Good to visit with Craig.
And handoff, ball carrier Brown spins and now is drumped for a loss. Adams the last to apply the heat. Acree on the initial hit.
He was drumped there, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. That's more than just dumped. He's drumped. And also Conrad on the initial hit back at the 33. Well, so how's Craig doing?
Real well. In fact, he's been sick. He lost some weight. He only weighs about 211 right now. So they're trying to get his weight back up again now this week. But they got a chance to be pretty good in the Valley. They worked their tails off, and they've got some kids in there that can play this year now.
2nd down and 8 after the 2-yard pickup. And there's Van Verlo trying to throw a ball, and a little miscommunication there. Newen was running a fly, and the quarterback threw a little button hook pattern, and it's incomplete. 1:17 to go. Well, he was chosen, Snow was, as the Missouri Valley Conference, what was it, first team or player of the year? What was that?
Preseason. And Craig's level-headed enough to know that if they win the conference, then he's got a chance to be player of the year.
Yeah.
But they've got to win the conference, and so that'll be interesting down there. He's got some good guys around him. They've got to find an inside game, and they think they've got that with Farouk Mojozinovic.
Yeah, the Jasper guy.
Mm-hmm.
3rd down and 8, and there's Van Verlo. Swarmed under after the handoff that he gave to Miller back of the 32. Well, Miller had his moments, his flashes of excellence, so did Brown, but they were not consistent enough. The Aces were always there to keep them from gaining any solid momentum in the game. And it's 4th down. We're down to 51 seconds to go. And we'll get some comments live on the field from Aces coach John Hart. So Harrisburg won today, 48-10 over Robinson. Anna Jonesboro beat Leroy. Hey, Leroy, 24-0. 4th and 8, Van Verlo. As everybody spread out, man in motion, 1 setback, 2 setbacks. 4th and 8, maybe their swan song right here. Pass is caught, and it will be. Receiver dragged down, Van Verlo Jason. After a gain of 2, the Aces take over, and they can cruise in from here. 23 seconds to go, and the Aces will win number 10 on the year. and move to the quarterfinals for the third consecutive year, the first time that's ever happened. And so somehow this 2000 team has found a way to make a mark for itself. It's so hard to do in Mount Carmel Annals because of all that has been done before them. They've set a state record. They've set a school record now with advancement in the playoffs. So this team has found a way to make a mark for themselves, and of course they've won the conference championship. For first down for what's
Clayton Storkman's going to be the center here.
Okay. Now a flag down. What in the world was going on there? Motion.
Well, I don't think Tyler Haycraft got in there quick enough. He's backup center.
And it's after Storkman decided to take over, then we had somebody coming on the field. He was in motion, I guess, at that point, right? I don't know. First and 15 now.
It'll be first and 15 now for
The Aces drop their backs 20 yards off the ball for protection. And Tarleton takes a knee, and that will be it. That'll be the ball game. The Aces, when it counted, mounted a crushing drive down the field of 68 yards to finish off the Raiders. Quincy's season ends with a record of 8-3. The Aces move on at 10-1, and we go to Anna next week. 2-1-0. The game is over. Aces have won in round 2 of the playoffs, beating Quincy Notre Dame 26-6. And we'll be back with the totals and highlights. We'll have Aces coach John Hart live on the field next.
Dedication and hard work help to develop the heart of a champion. Keep a positive attitude and never quit, and you'll be a champion at any task you undertake. George W. Woodcock, attorney at law, is engaged in the practice of law, specializing in divorce, personal injury, and estates. George W. Woodcock has always supported the athletic programs at Mount Carmel High School, and he extends his best wishes for a winning season for the Golden Aces football team. George W. Woodcock, located at 120 East 5th Street in Mount Carmel. Hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, evenings and weekends by appointment. Can you have too much of a good thing? Absolutely, and that's particularly true when it comes to investments. Mark Wonkel and Don Price, your local Edward Jones investment representatives, would like to invite you to their office for a free portfolio review. This review will give you the opportunity to make sure your investments are well balanced to minimize risk, and they can make sure that the investments you own are right for the achievement of your financial goals. If you'd like a free review of your investments, call Mark or Don today at 263-3828 or stop by their office at 602 Market Street, Mount Carmel. Member SIPC.
What a great job by that defense.
A great job by the defense. Really a great job by the offense on that last series. It was huge for us to come back in that ball game after they scored that touchdown and just really get tough.
Coach, talk about the game in general. They come back to make it 12-6, and what an important drive by your club then to march down the field.
Yeah, it really was, and it's been they've been proving this all year long, and how proud I am of them, because every time people start doubting them, that's when they're their best. And, you know, we started out this year, Scott, we didn't think we were going to be a great team. We thought by the end of the year we could be a great team, and they've proven that we're a great team all the way through. And, you know, right now we're the only team in 3A to make the quarterfinals 3 straight years. John Adams and Tyler Kirkman and Aaron Morse, all those guys have been starting on it for 3 years.
And talk about the game that John Adams had. I mean, 100 yards plus on one end of the field. He did a great job on defense as well.
Yeah, him and Tyler Kirkman both. Mark Crumley, I don't know what all the stats were, but I would have thought they were dead even. There was 2 plays that stick in my mind that was the biggest plays of the game. And one was the bubble screen where Jeff missed John, and he just makes the catch. And the other one was in on that drive where they had us stuffed, and John breaks like 12 tackles. I think a couple of coaches on the sidelines tried to tackle him. He did a great job. And you know, and I tell you, Tyler, without Tyler Kirkman finishing us on that second to last score, he was huge. He was the difference.
Well, and your defense made a big play too. They got down to the 13 in the first half and strung it up with the ball, but we had the hit at the line that caused that fumble.
Well, they're a hard-hitting group, and you know, we've been a couple times, but we haven't broken very often. And I'm really proud of this group. You know, like I said, they've only allowed 2 rushing touchdowns since the first game of the year, and that's better than any kind of shutouts as far as I'm concerned.
Coach, now on to Anna Jonesboro.
It's going to be a huge challenge. I hear they've got an all-state caliber fullback and a 6'7" tight end, so we'll have to really lace it up and see what we can get going.
Congratulations. And number 100, by the way, for you. We need a comment about the milestone too, huh?
Well, it's great, and you know, and I tell you, I would give maybe 50% of it to the players and 50% of it to my best friends, my coaches. And because I tell you what, it's real easy to do your job. You run a business, you know if you got great people around you, good things happen.
Coach, congratulations.
Thanks, Scott.
As Aces coach John Hart, his team winner. Let's get John Adams again.
2000 Mount Carmel High School Golden Aces football is brought to you by Robert Walter Furniture, Shell and Dirt Energies, Harris Insurance, Mount Carmel Sand and Gravel, Bishop